Hey everybody, this is George from the Miller School of Music. I'm going to be doing lesson 17 of my Harmony and Theory series, and this is modes. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about modes from the relative perspective, and this kind of has the same idea as when we think of major to its relative minor. So if we go up 6 scale degrees, so I'll use C major for this example. So if we said if we're in C major, right, we go up 6 scale degrees, C, D, E, F, G, A, this would be what we call our relative minor. Now, what did relative mean? We said it meant sharing the same notes. So C major shares the same notes as A minor. So the relative modes works the same way, but instead of just having one relative scale that shares the same notes as C major, we can think about all the degrees of the major scale creating its own scale, which we call a mode in this situation. So if we said we're in C major, the modal name would be Ionian. So we could say this is C Ionian or C major. Next we have the second mode would be D Dorian. Then we have E Phrygian, which would be the third mode, F Lydian, which would be our fourth mode, G Mixolydian, which is our fifth mode, A minor, also known as Aeolian, B Locrian, and then back to C. So if we're playing the scale by itself, the only really way to bring out the sound of the mode is by starting and ending on that particular note. But in most actual musical contexts or situations, it's really not where you start or end the scale. It's more so the chords or the bass line that you're playing the scale over that's going to really bring out the sound of that mode. Because it's really about which note is emphasized as tonic more so than the other notes. So a simple way we can do this is just by playing just one chord and then playing the scale over that one chord. So if I was just to play a C major chord, because I'm playing that C major chord, it's going to emphasize C as the root or tonic, and it's going to make it sound like C major. So I can do the same thing with all the degrees of the scale. So now if I was to play a D minor chord, so now because I'm playing that D minor chord, it's emphasizing D as the root or tonic, therefore making it D Dorian, our second mode. So I'm going to do the same thing. So now I'll emphasize the E minor chord, which is going to make it sound like E Phrygian. All right, next I'll do an F major chord, and this is going to make it sound like our fourth mode, F Lydian. Definitely tell each one of these scales is creating a different kind of flavor or color, texture, and it's just great to get these in your ear so you can utilize these and just add to your arsenal of ideas. So remember, we're using the same 7 notes, so instead of changing the scale we're really changing which note is going to be perceived as the root or tonic. All right, next we'll do G major chord, which is going to emphasize the G, making it sound like a G Mixolydian scale. next is A minor, so I'm going to play an A minor chord. And then last, I'm going to do a B diminished chord, and this is going to be our B Locrian. So pretty much the idea we have here is if we're emphasizing the first degree of the C major scale, it's going to give us the C major scale or C Ionian mode. The second degree is going to be D Dorian. The third degree is going to be Phrygian. The fourth degree is going to be Lydian. The fifth degree is going to be Mixolydian. The sixth degree is going to be minor or Aeolian. The seventh degree is going to be Locrian. So hope this helps. Remember to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see everybody soon.